Control yourself or be controlled is not a slogan meant to sound tough. It is a simple truth that governs how life unfolds. Every day, in every situation, you are either directing your inner state or surrendering it to whatever happens around you. There is no middle ground. If you are not in command of your thoughts, emotions, and impulses, something else steps in to command them for you. Most people believe control is about power over circumstances, but real control always starts internally. You cannot dictate how the world behaves, but you can decide how you respond to it. When that decision is absent, reaction takes over. Reaction is fast, emotional, and careless. It feels natural, but it quietly hands authority to external forces. Being controlled rarely feels like oppression. It feels like normal life. It looks like reacting to messages immediately, speaking when provoked, chasing comfort when stressed, and avoiding discomfort whenever possible. These behaviors don't feel dangerous in the moment, but together they form a pattern where your actions are shaped by triggers instead of intentions. Self-control creates distance between stimulus and response. In that distance, choice exists. Without it, behavior is automatic. Automatic behavior is easy to predict and easy to influence. Anyone who can trigger your emotions can guide your actions. Anger, fear, and desire become levers others can pull. Emotions are not the enemy. They are signals. But signals are meant to be interpreted, not obeyed blindly. When emotion becomes instruction, consistency disappears. Decisions change with mood. Promises to yourself are broken the moment discomfort appears. Over time, this erodes self-trust. Control is built through awareness. You begin to notice what provokes you, what distracts you, what drains you. Awareness does not change behavior by itself, but it gives you a chance to interrupt patterns that once ran automatically. That interruption is the beginning of discipline. Discipline is often misunderstood as harshness or rigidity. In reality, discipline is clarity. It removes negotiation from moments where emotion would otherwise argue. You do not debate whether to stay focused or give in. You already decided who you are and how you act. This pre-decision is what gives discipline its strength. When you lack control, urgency dominates your life. Everything feels immediate and important. Every emotion demands expression. Control slows time. It allows you to choose when to act and when to remain still. Timing becomes intentional instead of reactive. Attention is one of the most important areas where control applies. Whatever holds your attention shapes your thinking. If you do not choose where your attention goes, it will be captured by noise, comparison, and distraction. This constant pull fragments focus and weakens willpower. Control also shows in language. Speaking without restraint often feels honest, but honesty without discipline can be destructive. Silence, when chosen intentionally, is not weakness, it is restraint. It preserves energy and leverage. Not every thought deserves a voice. Being controlled often means being ruled by comfort. Discomfort signals danger to an untrained mind. Control learns to sit with discomfort without panic. Growth lives there. Avoidance feels safe, but it slowly shrinks your capacity to handle pressure. Pressure is where control becomes visible. When things go wrong, habits surface. Stress does not create behavior, it reveals it. If control is not practiced daily in small moments, it will not appear when stakes are high. Those who control themselves do not need to dominate others. They are grounded. Their reactions are measured. This stability creates influence naturally. People trust those who are not emotionally volatile. Ego is one of the strongest forces that tries to take control. Ego reacts to disrespect, comparison, and perceived threats. When ego leads, actions become defensive. Control places ego under observation rather than obedience. Purpose replaces pride. Self-control is not about never failing. It is about recovery. Losing control briefly is human. Staying lost is a choice. The ability to correct quickly determines momentum. Long setbacks often begin with small, unchecked reactions. Thoughts require discipline just as much as actions. Not every thought is useful. Some are habitual narratives built from fear or past experiences. When you believe every thought, you surrender your internal environment. Control questions, thoughts, instead of accepting them automatically. Your internal dialogue shapes your emotional state. A chaotic inner environment produces reactive behavior. A structured inner environment produces calm action. Control begins with how you speak to yourself when no one else is listening. Many people wait for motivation before acting. Motivation is emotional and unreliable. Control acts without waiting. Action builds momentum. Momentum eventually generates motivation. Reversing this order keeps people stuck. Control also protects energy. Reacting to nonsense drains focus and emotional reserves. Not everything deserves engagement. Choosing what to ignore is as important as choosing what to pursue. Relationships reflect self-control. Inconsistent behavior creates uncertainty. Consistent restraint creates safety. People feel calmer around those who are not ruled by mood swings or impulsive reactions. Control simplifies life. Impulsive decisions create complications that demand future effort. Disciplined choices reduce unnecessary problems. Less chaos means clearer thinking and better outcomes. Being controlled often feels like living on autopilot. Days blend together. Effort is constant, but direction is unclear. Control brings presence. You are aware of what you were doing while you were doing it. Control demands honesty. You must see where you give power away. Denial keeps you controlled. Ownership begins the shift. Responsibility may feel heavy, but it is the price of freedom. Self-control is built through repetition. Every time you pause instead of react, you strengthen it. Every time you choose alignment over impulse, you reinforce identity. Identity shapes future behavior. External manipulation loses power when internal control is strong. Provocation fails. Distraction weakens. You become harder to move and easier to respect. Control does not remove emotion. It organizes it. Emotion becomes information rather than instruction. You feel without being ruled. Those who master self-control are not loud about it. Control is quiet. It shows in consistency, restraint, and calm under pressure. When you control yourself, you stop drifting. You begin directing. You stop reacting and start deciding. You stop consuming and start building. You stop being pulled by circumstance and start moving with intention. Control yourself or be controlled is not a warning meant to scare. It is a mirror that shows where authority truly lives.